about we just chit chat like we're on FaceTime together and get ready together? Does that sound like fun? Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have some just chatty thoughts, sort of life updates, things that are on my heart. I am one of those people that hates change with a burning passion, and I feel like there is so much change happening right now in my world, and my world may or may not be falling apart because I like consistency and rhythms and routines, and I'm not gonna be having any of that. So I'm gonna do something that is actually terribly comforting to me, and that is chatting with you guys while I put on my makeup. Every so often we do this here on my channel. I get asked, not super frequently, but when I wear this eye makeup look, the comments are flooded with questions on how I do this. I have shared this before on my channel, so if you've seen that video, I'm sorry. It hasn't changed. We're doing it again. But to start, we are gonna be going in with the NYX Pro Fix Stick Concealer in the shade something. In the shade Pink Correcting Concealer. This is perfect. I love this. I got this because I bought the NYX Color Correcting Concealer palette a long time ago and used up the pink shade. Really liked it and didn't use any of the other shades. So I wound up discarding that palette because pretty sure everything else in there had expired and I wasn't using it. And then I just purchased this, and it's the same consistency, the right color. I love it. I use it more of just regular concealer all over my face. I obviously do the inner corners of my eyes, and somebody once on the internet said that if you leave your concealer to sit for a bit, it kind of dries down and you get more coverage out of it. I'm not 100% sure that actually works with something creamy like this. I'm not sure these actually dry down really well, but I actually find that this dries down well enough. It gets semi-powdery, which we love because it doesn't crease in the inner corners of my eyes. If you're looking at my nails and wondering what is happening here, I go through phases where I like desperately love having my nails done, and then I go through phases where I couldn't care less if my nails are done or not, and I have crusty nubbins on my fingers for months. Don't ask me why. I have a weird personality. These are actually just Kiss glue-on nails in short almond in the grocery store at my local HEB. I saw them having these on sale, so I got these for $8. I used another set of short almonds, short almond shape, like last week, and they lasted all week and did really, really well, and I was thoroughly impressed. So I'm on my second set because I bought them 2 at a time. Just tapping this in with my fingers, and if you're looking at my face and noticing that it's like a little redder than normal, it's because it is. I got my second round of microneedling done. I'm doing a series of 3 rounds of microneedling with a skin pin, and I have been absolutely loving what it has done so far for my skin. After the first round, I was really impressed. So I'm debating, hold on, let's pause the skin microneedling question and talk about complexion, because when I'm doing my all-out full send makeup routine, I do foundation. But is it really a foundation if it's a CC cream? I count the e.l.f. Camo CC cream as a full-fledged foundation because it is full coverage, it is long-lasting, and it is semi-matte. I loves it because it has some skin-loving ingredients in it, like niacinamide, I think? I can't remember. And the ingredients aren't on the packaging, on the bottle. But it has SPF 30, and it uses zinc oxide and titanium dioxide as the sunscreen. Love that. Mineral sunscreen, added sun protection. I need it, I loves it, because back to the skin conversation, I have melasma And I spent almost all of my 20s outside every day, all day, riding and training horses. I used to be your friendly local barrel horse trainer and really loved that and enjoyed that, but it did an absolute number on my skin. So thus me playing around with the microneedling to see if it helps resolve some of my texture and dark spot issues. Pregnancy really brought out my melasma terribly. Going back to the complexion, wow, I just blinded y'all with that. This is the, I'm not sure how to say that. I would say Kaida powder. It's super cheap. It's on Amazon. We have SPF 35. Its biggest drawback is that it only has 3 shades. And this is the darkest shade. Don't come at me, but you see, it matches. It matches really well. It has next to no oil absorption for me. I am an oily, greasy goose, like really oily, greasy, but this is so fast. It makes my skin look so good. Growing up, I was not a foundation person. I preferred to just do concealer and powder. And then I got into the 2016 YouTube makeup scene and like only wore foundation for about a good solid 7 years. I was very hardcore on the foundation. And that is where my love of the e.l.f. Camo CC cream came from. But when I'm not wanting to look like I have makeup on, but I want to even out my skin, I do this. And when I do foundation, so like the Camo CC cream, I also go in with some liquid bronzer and liquid blush, and then I top it off with powder. It gives a really pretty soft dimensional look. I am debating on what to do today because I don't know. I don't know if I want to put this much makeup on my face. I don't think I do. I think I am just gonna go in with the Kaida powder today, and we're just gonna focus on the eyeshadow, which tends to be the thing that everybody gets the most excited about anyway. I did just get my second round of microneedling last week, Thursday, so it's been a few days, but even still, I'm like hesitant to put any cream products on my skin that aren't skincare. So that's why we're going in with the powder today. So like I said, we have lots of changes on the horizon coming up for me and my family. We have been in this house, this one, the one that I have been filming in for the last 8 years. We're moving and I'm dying a little bit on the inside because we're not necessarily making a move into a bigger, better, shinier house. We are actually taking a downgrade a little bit in our living situation. Now, we are wildly spoiled and so blessed to live where we live. I love my house. I feel like my house is almost too nice for me. I have been so grateful that this is the home that my family has gotten to have for the past 8 years. It's been wonderful raising my kiddos here, watching them learn to walk and grow. That is one of the things that is gonna make leaving this house so hard. I didn't bring my son home to this house, but I brought home my daughter. I watched my son grow up, many, many milestones happening while we were here. So the thought of leaving this house has got me all up in my feels. Also, moving. When you've been in a home for 5+ years, my goodness, even if you are decluttering on a semi-regular basis, you accumulate so much. And we have been going through toys and paring down clothes and just going through everything. I am going through my hair care collection. I am definitely donating a lot of the products that I have to facilities that can absolutely take them. It's very tricky when a hair care product has been opened. A lot of places can't take them. However, I help out at a local food pantry in my hometown, and they can take opened hair care. They just make it very clear to anyone coming into the food pantry that these products have not been inspected. You know, there's no quality assurance here. Take it your own risk. I know that the products that I'm donating are safe and still within date, but they weren't everybody. Anyway, that is really cool that I have found a place that they can go, and guys, they go fast. It blesses my little heart to like put some stuff out for people and to watch it disappear within, you know, a couple of hours. People, I feel like I'm really helping somebody out by doing that. And if you have unused hair care products or unused items in general, check out local food pantries, check out local places to donate, to give to people in need. Let's find good homes for the things that aren't serving us anymore, but might be a blessing to somebody else. My face looks really pale now. Not pale, but like super matte. Also, I did not address these. These are cluster lashes. Ooh, let me grab them. Let me spill the tea on those. I have been loving cluster lashes. This is my cluster lash bag. I got these. Oh my goodness, I did not know I had been this hard on them. I got these off of Amazon, and let's see. I got this Bond and Seal. Hold on, I can't make them line up, but it's a Bond and Seal product, Bond Seal product. It's got the black glue on one side and then the sealant on the other. And honestly, this Bond and Seal has had my lashes stick better than some higher end products that I have tried. I haven't found my favoriteest of favorite removers yet. I've got a couple that work pretty good, but really love this lash style. Like in here, it looks like it's gonna be way too bold, but I don't feel like it's too bad on my lashes. Maybe it's a little dramatic. It's a little dramatic. These are also from Amazon, and these are actually slightly less dramatic because there's more spacing between each of the lashes. These are a little bit more full because there's less spaces between the lashes, but I've been having so much fun with cluster lashes. I did not know how much time I was investing every single morning by putting on mascara. I was really picky about my lashes, but yes, I will be turning 37 this year, and my lashes are just kind of slowly getting less and less full the older I get. So putting on cluster lashes once a week saves me so much time. I feel more put together even with zero makeup on. I would say look into that. And if y'all are interested and want me to show you how I do my cluster lashes and how I get them to stay for a full week and how I can put them on without stabbing myself in the eye, I'd be so happy to show you that if that is something that you are interested in. If it's not, that's fine. There's like 1,000,001 TikToks on how to put on cluster lashes. I'm obviously a talker, and I don't do short form content very well because I talk too much. I don't get to the point. Speaking of which, I am using the Milani bronzer. It's their Silky Matte in shade Suntan number 3. It's the darker bronzer. It's really warm, and it's got a semi-reddish undertone. If you are cool toned and really struggle with finding a bronzer that's not orange on you, that's kind of got red/cool undertones, but is also darker, Milani. I keep repurchasing this bronzer. It's not the cheapest drugstore bronzer, but it is on the cheaper side, and it serves me beautifully. Also, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can see it, and it bugs me. I have this scar from where I got a really deep cystic acne zit while I was pregnant with our daughter. Yay hormones. And I used a warm cloth I got the cloth wet with warm water, and I was just using that warm rag to press on it because it was really hurting, and sometimes that will help. Well, it took off a layer of skin. And so now I have this giant white scar from where I thought I was helping my skin, when apparently your skin is way more sensitive in pregnancy to some things, and I took off a layer of skin. So I just dipped my finger in the bronzer and tapped over it, and I feel like it's completely gone away and vanished. Then we're gonna go in with some blush. This is the Milani Fit Me blush in the shade Peach. It reminds me of that infamous NARS blush. It's very, very similar. It's got that gold iridescence to it. It's very peachy. We're gonna put it way up here, and it's gonna be both highlight and blush. I don't know what's gotten into me, but I have started using way more blush the older I get. I feel like before, in my early 20s, I would just put a tiny bit right here on the apples of my cheeks, and now I'm like slapping this everywhere. Now, did I go a little too aggressive today? Why, yes I did. So I'm just going to swipe that away with my powder brush. I'm not using any extra powder, but just kind of tapping the top edges of it to soften, because if a little is good, more must be better. Courtney obviously went overboard. Now I've got that done. Should I do brows next? We'll save brows for the end. Also, another life hack, do your cluster lashes and dye your eyebrows with men's beard dye. It's awesome. Those two things, plus like really taking incredibly good care of my skin lately with the microneedling, etc. I don't feel the desperate, deep urge to wear makeup all the time anymore. Like, I leave the house way more frequently with no makeup on because I have my lashes on, I have my eyebrows dyed, and my skin looks good. Oh my goodness, I am such a goofball. All right, so let's move on to eyes. This is the good part. This is the fun part. This is what you're all here for. Now, on a regular standard day where I'm not doing the full eyeshadow look, I'll just do the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter as the base shade all over my lid. Yep, this is supposed to be a highlighter for your face, but it's not super shiny, it's not super blingy as a highlighter, but you pack it on with a finger and just smooth it over. And do you see the difference? It's got this warm kind of orangey undertone, which I don't want orange in my bronzer, but because my eyes are blue, orange or warm tones on my eye complement my blue eyes, make my blue eyes look bluer. So I put that on as my base shade on a random regular Tuesday. But if I'm doing all the eyeshadow and all the stuff and things, this is just my base. Then on a regular Tuesday, I would take a fluffy brush, something like that, and just throw some bronzer in my crease and call it a day. And that's enough to add a little something without feeling way overdone. However, this is not a regular Tuesday. This is the super fun eye makeup look that when I wear this in videos, you guys ask about it. I'm going to use a super crusty, dusty, old palette. It's called Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air. You can see that she is well loved. This reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette that was super popular in 2016 that everybody loved. What I'm gonna start with is the super orange transition shade. I almost never use this shade. Actually, I do sometimes. I use it to contour my nose. I had my nose broken really, really badly. Was it in 2022 or 2023? I think it was broken really bad in 23, and I had to have a couple of surgeries to get it repaired. And I sure learned how to contour my nose because I was very self-conscious about it for a while. I'm feeling better now. It looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Taking that orangey shade and just going to fluff that in the crease. I like to keep my eye open when I do this and place it above where the fold of my eye is. So higher than you would think. So it's not like dead center in my crease. It's a little bit higher, and I angle the brush up slightly. We're not angling it straight like this. We're kind of pointing it at a 45-degree angle this direction. So yeah, there's just a lot of change happening right now in my world, and I hate change. I get wildly attached to very silly things. So like when we go to move, I am going to have like come aparts and meltdowns over things like a pin I used to sign a check with 5 years ago. That pin is gonna be special to me, and it's obvious that we have like 45 pins and I don't need 45 pins, but I'll want to take all 45 pins with me because all of them are special to me simply because they were here in this house. Now I'm taking that bright red shade that I've hit pan on, taking it on a slightly more dense brush. This is a Sigma brush. Don't ask me which one it is, but it's kind of smaller, denser, and a little bit more precise and pointy. Now I am going to focus shoving this directly in the fold of my eye. So it is lower than the previous orange shade, and just kind of work that in. So packing up, decluttering has been really painful. I know it's good. I know that this is what we are supposed to be doing. We are praying about it. We're following the Lord. We're not taking a step without His guidance. Even still, these steps are hard for me, and I'm a little bit frustrated with myself that it is this hard for me. I wish it wasn't, but it is. Now I'm going to grab a really small flat brush, like so. Very small, very flat. One side has no powder on it, the other side is very dirty. Judge me, it's the internet, that's why we're here. I'll wash my brushes someday. Now I'm taking that really dark chocolate shade, the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm going to press this in the outer corner of my eye, right there. Here, I'll show you on the other eye, a little bit closer. Just press it, kind of color in this outer corner. See, get the bottom part, get the top part, just smush it. We're not spreading this one because these are affordable eyeshadows. If you really start fluffing them, they'll kind of blend away. That can actually be a good thing if, you know, you're intimidated by darker eyeshadows. These are very forgiving because they're cheap and you can just blend, blend, blend if you make a mistake. You can recover any eyeshadow look. Also, this is a Dollar Tree beauty blender, and I like to go in and clean up my outer corner with it. It kind of just erases any mistakes. Now, I'm not gonna put any more powder on this brush, and I'm gonna take the very dirty side, and I'm gonna point the dirty side up. I'm gonna stick it underneath my lash line, like the bottom lash line, and just very carefully smear a tiny bit of that really dark powder underneath my lash line. I don't come any further in than halfway. And sometimes I don't even go that far. But for whatever reason today, I was chatting with y'all and I took it slightly further in than I do normally. There we go. And if I'm worried or concerned, just do that. Feel like this outer corner got a little muddy, so I'm just gonna blend for a second. All right, that is the main part of this eyeshadow look. Yes, I do wanna do that. So the reason that I've hit pan on the whiter shade is that this is my magic eraser shade. I like to take that on the brow bone. It'll kind of bring down some of that really high up color that maybe I blended a little too far up for my liking. It'll bring it down. It also works great as a neutralizer in the inner corner shadow. It's got a little bit of yellow to it, so if your inner corners are kind of blue or purple, if they're a little purpley, it'll help cancel some. That pink cancels some of it. It didn't quite cancel all of it. I find layering the pink with this yellowy shade can really do wonders. I can also use this shade to clean up the outer corner a little bit. I get really red right here. So sometimes I can just clean that up with some powder. Now, another step that is a little extra, you could totally stop here, but I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. Oh, there's the shade. Y'all were looking at the shade, not me. In Blossom Glow. This is their pinky highlighter. This is not intended for use around the eyes. So, do as I say, not as I do. Just kidding, you can do whatever you want. I don't think this is meant to be an eyeshadow, but I use it as an eyeshadow. I smear my finger in there and then pack the ever-loving snot out of it into my inner corner. That is the technical makeup artist term, pack the ever-loving snot out of it, right there in the middle. I really like doing that because I feel like now my eyes are open and I'm awake. Just going to dust a tiny bit into the inner corner because I did go a little hog wild with that. And that is the eyes complete. My eyebrows, I'm actually kind of liking my eyebrows because I did just dye them. I have a special formula that I mix for my eyebrow dye because I found that there wasn't any one shade that really matched what I was wanting my eyebrows to look like. So please comment in the comments down below and I can show you how I do my cluster lashes, how I dye my eyebrows, basically my routine that I do once a week so that I can be low maintenance every day, but I'm high maintenance for one day because I'm doing all of these silly things that make my life easier and take up less time in my week because I invest the time when I have it. All right, that was just the e.l.f. Goodness, I think I need another one of these. It's the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Brow Gel. I think it's the shade Taupe, but I'm not seeing the shade on there. It's definitely not the shade Blonde because the blonde shade tends to be really yellow. Now I'm going in with the NYX brow pencil in Taupe. It's funny, the way I dye my eyebrows, I actually add warmth into the formula, but with my eyebrow makeup things, I like them to be taupe, ashy, no warmth. A place where warmth goes to die. And I've actually started doing way less to my brows because I'm dyeing them. I'm not making them nearly as structured as they used to be. I used to be a hardcore 2016 brow girl. I never did do the clean brow look. I like to have eyebrows, like for everyone and their grandmother to know that I have eyebrows. And then last step, I use Merit lipstick in the shade Classic. It's just Merit's signature lip. They were kind enough to send this to me. And the first time I wore this on camera, somebody commented, "Oh girl, you got your lips done, congratulations." No, it was just this. I don't feel like I ever finished what I was telling y'all about the microneedling. So the reason I decided to start doing the microneedling is when I went to cosmetology school, they had an esthetician school at the school, like in conjunction with my cosmetology school. And we got to actually learn a lot of esthetician skills that I don't think everyone who goes through cosmetology school gets. Like we got to learn dermaplaning. We obviously learned facials, but I'm also certified on a hydrofacial machine. And we didn't do this, but the cosmetology class after us actually got certified with Skin Pen. They have a medical director over the school so that they can actually offer those kinds of services to their students and to clientele who come to the school. So I missed out on all the fun Skin Pen microneedling stuff at cosmetology school, but I get a discount because I went to that school. So I decided that I was going to treat myself with some microneedling, and I am really grateful that I'm doing this. Like I said, I'm 37. I am trying my darndest to take the very best care of my skin that I can. You guys know I have shared my skincare routine on here, like what my goals are, what my intentions are. I want to age beautifully and gracefully, like be a really good steward of the face that I have, and microneedling has a lot of really cool benefits. Part of me feels like it might be cheating to do microneedling. Part of me feels like, no, I'm just like rejuvenating what is already on my face by stabbing it with needles a bunch of times. That sounds aggressive, but anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with me while I was getting my makeup on today. Rosé in the Air. I think it's still available at Walmart and on Amazon. It's cheap. Last time I checked, it was like 12 bucks, but that was a while ago, so it's probably $48 now. Hold on, let me check. Let me check on my phone real quick, because that feels passive aggressive on my part. Has anybody else felt like inflation has just been absolutely crazy? Yep, nope, I was being passive aggressive. On Amazon, you can pick up Rosé in the Air for 13 bucks. I will have it linked in the description down below if you want this eyeshadow palette. It's really easy. These are so easy to use. I have showed this exact makeup look multiple times here on my channel, and every time I wear it, I get questions. So I thought we would have a chit chat, get ready with me. Can y'all console me in the comments down below about moving and change? I know I'm being a baby. I know I am, but I am going to miss this house. This house not only is a big part of my family, but it's also a big part of this channel and you guys, and I feel like moving on to another chapter just feels, I don't know, weird and sad a little bit. And lastly, because this is a hair channel and I haven't even talked about my hair at all, this is what happens when I shampoo, condition, air dry my hair with just a little bit of Miracle Shield in it, like air dry it 100%, and then go to sleep with it in a bonnet, and then throw it in a bun like multiple times, because I live in West Texas and it's March, so it's really, really windy. This is just what my hair does when I do that. Has my hair always done this? Absolutely not. When my hair was unhealthy and I let it air dry with no product in it, it looked like I had stuck my finger in a light socket, like really frizzy and poofy and fried and also greasy. But now that my hair is healthy, it air dries like this. It makes my life really easy sometimes. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. If you want, feel free to subscribe. Not all my videos are like this. This was just a fun, chit-chatty, get ready with me. If you are not good with makeup and you just need something quick, easy, and reliable that looks so, so cute, so, so pretty, this is the look for you. I hope it was helpful to you. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.